Walking into this extraordinary Brisbane home, it's almost impossible to believe it. But the owners weren't originally sold on the architect's choice of materials for this amazing build. How did you imagine your new house? In your mind, how did you see it?
I always found it a bit difficult to imagine from the footprint to what the house would look like. And when Adrian was talking to me about using the block work and the stone on the floor, that was probably the biggest hurdle for me, because I was imagining that it would be a very cold house to live in. But by the end, by the time the walls were going in, then I could start to see. Yeah, and definitely now it's just a lovely house to live in.
How many people do you have here for your housewarming?
Oh gee, I don't know, I can't remember. But I remember before that, when we were putting in the stone floor, Adrian said to me, you're gonna like it because it's very hard wearing. And that first housewarming party, it really was. Honestly, at the end of the night, it still looked good.
Walking into this house 4 years later, what do you like about it today when you walk in?
I think because of the materials, if you pull the furniture out of here, you probably wouldn't know when it was built. And that's something that we try to do with all the projects. Try and sort of inoculate them against time.
How do you do that?
Well, materials are a big one. We're big fans of masonry, so we use masonry in all our projects.
And what's the appeal for you?
There's no applied finish to it. It's ultimately the final finish, so you can't scratch it and reveal a substrate, you know. And it gets better with time, so it's not like those shiny, glossy finishes that, you know, in a week they're kind of worse than they were. Whereas I think the patina of time is something that just makes the masonry more beautiful with age.
This blockwork to me is wonderful, and you talk about it being timeless. And in what way is it timeless? How does that permeate? How does that work?
Well, I mean, with these blocks, we played with the coursing heights and the way that the joints are struck to try and appropriate stone. So you'll notice that the height of the blocks alternates as you move up the wall to try and accentuate the horizontal joints. And we tried to evoke the idea of a ruin by where we could putting the window frames on the outside so that you get these naked openings that are kind of pure and raw. So it's those kind of details that you may not notice that I think intuitively you react to.
On a day-to-day basis, when you look at it, what do you see? How do you feel about it today?
I love the block work. I honestly wasn't sure. That was probably the part of it that I was least confident about. But now I love it. It's almost the opposite to what I thought. I thought it would be really cold, but it's not. It's hard to describe it. It's got a nice warmth to it that I wasn't expecting. And the practicality of living with it is really good. So it's like, unlike plaster where, you know, every mark is a bit of a detraction, it's not really. In fact, it doesn't mark that easily.
So just bring the gurney inside to clean it for you.